Good morning, Chattanooga. Here's a quick look at today's top 5 stories. First of all, redevelopment may finally be coming to a slew of vacant buildings on Chattanooga's south side. Rundown storefronts along the 1400 block of Market Street have been considered an eyesore for years, and guests at the Chattanooga Choo Choo have noticed. The hotel gets comments from visitors who think they're in the bad part of town. But developers and city officials say that after decades of unfulfilled promises, work may now be underway to save and revitalize the rundown city block. Chattanooga architect Thomas Johnson has bought one of the buildings, and there's a move to redevelop at least one other. Johnson's already fixed the roof of the former J.M. Sanders Jewelry Company and begun refurbishing the inside to attract retailers. The former St. George Hotel could also be getting a new owner. Next up, gas prices are getting cheaper at a time of year when they're typically more expensive. The average price of a gallon of fuel in Chattanooga is now $3.24. That's 18 cents lower than the nationwide average and nearly 50 cents lower than this time last year. Average gas prices have fallen by 28 cents per gallon since late February, and analysts say prices could fall another 20 cents over the next 2 months. The low prices are being driven by a sharp decline in the price of oil, thanks to rising supplies and lower than expected demand in the United States and China. In crime news, a 23-year-old Chattanooga woman has been sentenced to 16 years in prison for a 2010 homicide near the intersection of Main and Willow Streets. During the trial, witnesses for both sides told somewhat different stories about how Quenisha Brabson came to shoot and kill 50-year-old Cleveland resident Timothy Nichols. Brabson told police Nichols drove up to her and asked for crack cocaine. When she told him she didn't sell drugs, she said he got angry and she feared for her safety. But passengers in Nichols' car told police that Brabson approached Nichols and fired without warning. Brabson was found guilty of second-degree murder. Next up, a big red 7-digit number isn't the best welcome for a new CEO, but it's the greeting Kevin Spiegel received at his first Erlanger finance meeting last night. In its worst month this fiscal year, Erlanger lost almost $5 million in March. The hospital's year-to-date losses now stand at $9.4 million. While that's much better than where it was this time last year, it's still not a good number. Erlanger originally budgeted to reach a $7 million profit by now. And in business news, Pilot Flying J CEO Jimmy Haslam has dismissed suggestions that he step aside from running the company or the Cleveland Browns while an FBI investigation is underway. Haslam acknowledged a massive hit to the credibility of his truck stop chain following allegations of widespread fraud. Haslam suspended several members of the sales team, but didn't specify how many or whether they're still being paid. Meanwhile, the National Football League is, quote, very, very concerned about the investigation into Pilot and Haslam. Haslam is the brother of Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam, who also maintains a stake in the company. And today will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 74 degrees. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low around 55. I'm Harrison Keeley. For more on these stories and updates throughout the day, follow us on Facebook and visit timesfreepress.com.